Yokoso, Japanese Quest to it. Welcome to Japanese Quest. Today the journey continues into the Japanese language with games, sometimes more effectively than others. Anyway, welcome. I'm a Japanese teacher. My name is Akira Sensei. Today we will go deeper into Dragon Quest XI, deeper into the Japanese language. And in chat, Chalk, Emma, True, Konnichiwa, minna. Genki desu ka? How's everyone doing today? We are going on an adventure today. You can see that word here. Kyou mo bouken shimashou. Let's go on an adventure. That's pretty much what we do. Just kind of go through Japanese games, have an adventure, hopefully learn some Japanese on the way. Sometimes we don't learn as much, depending on what the game throws at us, but always we've got words that we've learned in past journeys down here. So it's one continuous journey, leveling up, finding more language. New words we see, let's put them up here. Other people can add words and level us up. Let's make our power level go up to hopefully at least 3206, but maybe someday 9000. We'll see. Denovan, Ohio, good morning. Let's go. First things first, let's try to jump off this cliff. Good. Sometimes in this game you can't jump off ledges, even small ones. And that's something that bothers me in this game. If there's a cliff, a waterfall, I will jump off it. Chalk says, I hate myself for spending too much time researching and looking at stuff, and now I didn't get any work done on the website. Well, it sounds like research is good too, though. I see a dragon. Let's fight a dragon, because this is, after all, Dragon Quest, and we do need to level up, because soon we will fight the final boss, and soon we will win this game, actually. It's crazy to say it, but we've been playing this game over 200 hours, and soon we will actually beat this game. I have faith. It will happen. See, we're getting stronger. We're getting stronger. We can beat a dragon with only 3 people attacking. Not too bad. But that's not enough. We must get stronger. So this cliff cannot jump off. Tin Frog, konnichiwa. We like all frogs, but especially tin frogs around here. So welcome. It's a beautiful world in Dragon Quest and in the real world. Looking out the window, it's green. Looking in the game, it's green. It's good when all worlds, virtual and real, are beautiful at the same time. It's like a nice, it's nice to have your inner and outer worlds both performing at a high level. Okay, so now, let's think about what we're doing. I think that castle, I think we're going to that castle. Because if you look at the map, Derukararu. So I think that's the castle of Derukararu, and I think that's where we're going. Unboxes in chat, konnichiwa. Emma, just wanted to say that I usually watch your videos on YouTube from France. Thanks for doing such an amazing job. Sweet, glad you like it. Also, France is awesome. I one time spent a month in France, mostly in Nice. And I tried to learn French, but I failed. My power level in French was too low. I did my best. I remember one time I went to a bar and tried to order the one thing on the menu I understood. It was lemonade. And so I said, lemonade. I pointed at the menu, lemonade. I actually didn't point at the menu, I just said lemonade. And the bartender did not know what I was saying. But then I talked to someone else, and they said something like limonade, limonade, something like that. Sorry, I don't know French. My power level's too low. But then it worked. But even though I could read it, like in Japanese you can't read anything, but in French you can read a lot, but you still can't say it. Sometimes though, someday though, I'd like my power level in French to go up. I'd like to go back to France. I'm based in the US, Japanese teacher in the US. But I've been to France a few times, would like to go more. I'd like to go to Japan again too once it's opened up. It's closed right now because of COVID still, I believe. So good to see you, Emma. Good to see you, Chalk. And let's look at our... we got a new item. If we look at our dogu, that means tools or items. Let's look here. If we look down the bottom, daiji no mono, our important things. The new one we got is called the Love of the Queen, the Mermaid Queen. If we use this, we can find out who needs to be saved. We can... Dosuru, what will we do? We can do tsukao, to use, steru, to throw away. Never do the bottom one. Haha, no worries, your accent was great, really? Arigato. Funny. Yeah, I've got to work on it. I like French, and I would like to learn it, but I just feel like Japanese, the journey just keeps going, never ends. I feel like in my lifetime, since it's limited, I've got to put all my points in Japanese now, and English. But I'd like to learn at least a bit more French. Chalk says, if I go to Japan again, it'd be awesome to meet up with people like Game Gengo. True. I was actually thinking the same thing the other day. Partly because Game Gengo was writing that, like where they live in Kyoto, some of the pictures they put up, incredibly beautiful. And I lived in Kyoto too for 1 month with a homestay, and it just made me kind of natsukashi, nostalgic for that time. So let's use this thing here and find out. So we're not going to read all of it because it's the same as before, but... So we hear a voice and it shows us our path. The word for path, michi. Michi o shimeshimashou. So let's show your path. What should we do next to save people in this game? Okay, and this is where we want to go. So right in front of us we see this castle, and that is this castle. Derukararujo. So we're in the right place, and what do we need to find? So, Taiju no ne ga aru. Naka ni wa. So there's like a garden inside the castle. And inside the castle there are various places with some kind of black shadow wandering around. We need to find that. So a couple keywords, kage, shadow, and then samayo, to wander. In fact, let's look up some of these words. This, I think, is some new words for us. Let's look at our dictionary and see if we can't power up with some of these words that we're finding in the game. And remember, anyone can add these words, including me. So courtyard, middle court, basically an inside garden. So we're going to look at this courtyard in the castle. Let's copy that. Good word for this game. And as expected, it is a new word. Power up. So another word. So there's this shadow. We have learned shadow. I know that. But what about that word for wander? To loiter, to wander, to roam. So there's some shadow wandering in the castle. Hi DJ, ohayou. Good morning, good to see you. We're about to find a shadow doing this verb inside the castle, wandering. So some good new verbs. Notice how this one is actually with only kana in the game. Let's look again at this. So usually written in kana alone, so I think because of that we are going to change it to kana. Hiragana, specifically. Samayo, to wander. Good words. Look at our power level. It's gone up to 3207. Take a look. Power level now going up.
What does the scouter say about his power level?
Scouter says power level is going up, and now... So this is a different thing. Oh, I think a new... Interesting. So it seems like they put up a new one there too, since maybe because we completed one of these missions. There were 3 missions before. We completed one. but then she told us about 3 again. So maybe she'll tell you about 3 as long as there are 3, but if you complete one of the higher priority ones, you'll get another one. So this one's the new one, I think, which is about some village, and there's some child, and being troubled by monsters. Okay, that one we don't need to read about so much now, but good to know. So, anata no chikara o hitsuyou to shiteru hito. So people who need your power, what do they need? They need your chikara, your power. Very useful word for games because so many things are necessary. You have to do this thing. Hitsuyo, necessary, is the key word you often need. So people need your power. Gambaru. So do your best. Help them out. She'll tell us more if there's more to help. So let's try to find this shadow in this castle and in this the courtyard in the castle. We must save the castle. We must also fight dragons. Ooh, we've got goodies too. We need those for our crafting. So yeah, anyone who's new here, I'm a Japanese teacher. Here we learn Japanese in context from games, but we are also trying to beat this game. So we're near the end of the game, which means part of it is leveling up in the game, and hopefully we'll also do some leveling up in real life in Japanese. The words at the bottom are here to help people for that as well. Nice heal from Sylvia there. Yosh. Kachimashita. Okay, if anyone knows where this shadow is in the castle, by all means, you can tell me, because I don't know. I don't even know if I did this in my other playthrough of the game. Probably did, but I'm not sure. Hopefully there'll be some guidance somewhere once we open it up and check the map and see. Right, this is not what we need though. We need the castle, don't we? So let's go straight ahead. I remember early game we got stuck in here because that man, look, he walks, he walks, he walks, and he'll stop right here. Sorry. And then you get stuck in there. He just looks at you. Natsukashi na. A long time ago, probably like a couple years ago. Because for a while, Japanese Quest was on a break. Nice town here. So I'm curious, what games are people playing these days in Japanese? Recently, I've only been playing this game. I was playing... What's the game I was playing? Let's check. I was playing Tales of Vesperia, but recently have not been playing that. I've been more reading recently. Right, Pokemon United just dropped. Cool, Pokemon Unite came out today, looks neat. So Pokemon Unite, what is that? Is that like a standard Pokemon game, or... I don't really follow Pokemon that much. Or is it some kind of unique Pokemon game? Does it look good for Japanese? It's like League, but with... Ah, okay, that makes sense. So I would think that's probably not that good for language then. Anyone know if it's any good for Japanese? Okay, so now we're here. We probably want to go here. So we see the courtyard with the branch. We heard a shadow is there. Also various places in the castle. And pink people like this guy we definitely want to talk to. I guess they think their audience was dramatic. Well, they didn't think their audience was dramatic and salty enough yet. Yeah, I'm not that familiar with this type of game, so I'm not totally sure I get the reference. Saikin, so recently, It's nice when you have a word right away, when you can kind of anchor yourself in the logic of the sentence. So we know that he's talking about something recently. He's probably talking about recently some problem in the castle, right? So Saikin Kono Shira no Nako. So now we know, just reading these two parts, so something is in the castle. So Shiro, castle, Naka, inside. So something's in here. What's in here? Kimyona Kuroi Kage. So now we know what's in here. We already heard it. It's a black shadow. Kuroi Kage. And then we see a ga. So we know this shadow is doing something, some verb probably. And yep, the same verb we saw already. They are wandering, our new word. Samayotteru to iu hokoku ga tsuzuki. So yeah, there was a report that keeps being... This report keeps continuing. And chotto shita sawagi ni natta. And it's become kind of a... commotion, a loud kind of issue within this castle. So let's see. Chalk says Skyward Sword HD is also pretty recent. Yeah, true. Plenty of voiced cutscenes. Really? They have voiced cutscenes in Skyward Sword? Is that new? Because I would assume they didn't have voiced cutscenes in Skyward originally, right? I didn't know they had voiced in that. Huh, this is strange. So, kigai o kuwaiteru yosu wa nasasou nano desu ka? So it seems like it's not doing any damage anywhere, this shadow, but ga katoite shoutai mo ikko ni tsukamazu shiro no monotachi no aida de fuan ga. So the main thing is, so there's no damage, but there is a lot of this. Fuan. People feeling very anxious, not knowing what to do, not knowing what this thing is. It's shoutai. Its true form is unknown, so let's figure this out. Imamo shiro no naka ni oni. So again we see this courtyard word. So in the courtyard, it's come up there. And the people who work there, the maids and the gardeners, ran away. So what in the world is that kage, this shadow? Ano kage wa ittai nan no desho? So what in the world is that shadow? Good question. Let's find out. So I'm thinking there, they keep saying this courtyard, and I think you gotta say the courtyard is here. Because they did say there's a World Tree branch there. Let's go there. Hopefully we find this shadow. Mata dawa. So mata means like again, something's going on. Tebi, Ohio, good to see you. Chikagoro. So again, we see a different word for kind of recently. Kimyona kuroi kage ga naka ni oni arawareru nda. So again, same information stated kind of with new vocabulary. So recently, strange black shadow. Seems like it's still over there. Scary, not gonna go in there. Got it. Let's check it out. Daijoubu kana? Eh? Nani? Taiju no ne no soba de kuroi kage ga tatazunderu. So there's a black shadow next to this World Tree root. So Veronica says, it's this Veronica's name there. Nanano ano kuroi kage. So what in the world is that black shadow? Yokoso, Japanese quest away. New party member. T Cobalt, welcome. So we've got T Cobalt here. They were hanging out near this shadow, and they have now joined our party, so welcome. Maybe they know about the shadow. Ano ki o mitsumeteru mitai dakedo. So it seems like it's looking at the tree. Nanika kininaru koto ga aru kashira? So yeah, maybe it's has some interest in this tree. Yoku miru to, so looking more closely. Ano ki ni makitsuiteru neko mitai na mono. So yeah, there's a root wrapped around that tree. Skoshi hikatte inai. And it's glowing a little bit. Yep, because this is the world tree. Don't you know about this, Veronica? Ano ki o shirabete mimashou yo. So maybe if we see this, we'll see another vision of like what's going on. Let's also break pots. Because that's what we do. So it's funny, these barrels you can break, but they do nothing. Why is that even in the game? I don't know. Like, why not just make barrels like this that you can't break? Why do you have the breakable barrels just by stepping on them? Kind of odd. Anyway. Like, if you can break a barrel in a game, you better put something in that barrel at least some of the time. If you don't, I don't want to break a barrel. That barrel should stay intact. Okay. So Zato Crab says, Ohio, I'm new. Saw this from your videos on Stardew Valley. It seems cool. Thank you for doing this. Also, I like your voice. Ooh. Thank you. I like your writing words. Sorry, I don't know how to speak English. Anyway, yeah, I like your voice too. At least you're a chat voice. Anyway, I'm glad you like what we're doing. Stardew Valley, yeah, that was a fun game to play. Taiju no ne, a root of the world tree. Te o kazashimasu ka? Would you like to put your hand up to it? We can say hai, or we can say ie. I think in this case, yeah, we're going to say hai. Sometimes we vote this one. Let's do it. Sweet. Power the hero. Makes the root get happy. Ooh, a vision.
Naze? Omae wa watashi no mae o arukoto suru.
Ooh, it's a vision of this guy. Maybe the shadow of this character that we killed. This evil guy became evil. We killed him. But he was old friends with Hendrik here. Yeah, that could work too. So, naze? Why? Naze? Omae wa watashi no mae o arukoto suru. So why do you try to walk ahead of me? So basically this character, Jasper, seemed to always have kind of an inferiority complex with Hendrik. Hendrik was always stronger, always a bit ahead, always a bit bigger, a bit stronger as a knight.
Naze? Omae bakari ga chikara o eeru.
Yeah, you have a point on Bakshis. So naze, again, it's all about why. The theme of this shadow seems to be naze. Naze? Why? Naze? Omae bakari ga chikara o eeru. So why is it just you who's always getting chikara, power? This first word we have to learn in Japanese quest, chikara, power. Why is it always you who's getting the power?
Naze da? Greg!
Again, the theme is two things. Naze, why, and Greg, Greg. So why Greg, Hendrik in the English version, why? So Mbaksha says, maybe if this nerd were practicing his swordplay instead of writing angsty journal entries, he'd be as cool as Greg. Yeah, I think that's the problem, to be honest. He's just been consumed by this kind of complex that he built up about Naze and Greg and why he can't be as good.
私はもうお前の後ろは歩かない。
Yeah, he's also way too fixated on having like really fancy collars. Like if you spend more time training and less time on a wardrobe, like look at the featheriness too. You think that could help him too? Like so much time on wardrobe, like the frilly sleeves as well, but not so much time on training. Like look at the belt as well. Like that's a lot of effort if you think about it. 私はもうお前の後ろは歩かない。So I will not walk behind you anymore. Keywords here, ushiro, behind, and then again the verb is aruku, to walk. I will not walk behind you anymore.
グレイグ、私はお前の先を歩く。お前はここで朽ち果てるのだ。
Greg, I will walk ahead of you. And you will rot behind me. How'd that work out for him? Not too well.
今のは一体何だってんだ。
What in the world was that? What, they haven't had visions yet?
デルカダール城の玉座のように見えたけれど、随分と荒れ果てていたわね。それに戦っていたのはグレイグと。
Interesting. So, are we possibly seeing visions from like another timeline here? Yeah, because they're saying it looked like this castle, but it looked very kind of wasted, destroyed, and it looked like he was attacking Greg and who was it? Like a monster version of Jasper, but they might not know. I think it's a vision of that other timeline where we fought him and defeated him. Because in this timeline, I think we killed him earlier. He never fully transformed into that monster form, I believe.
ホメロスなのかしら。
Yeah, was it Homedos? Jasper, I believe, in the English version.
わからない。だが、なぜだろうか。俺はこの光景を見たことがある気がする。
Wait, why is he saying Wakaranai? Like, the first picture was him and Jasper as a kid. Like, he was in that scene and he lived that scene. And, like, the whole thing was narrated with Jasper's voice, and he doesn't know who that was. Give me a break. Like, if I know, he would definitely know. So, Wakaranai. So, I don't know. Daga. Naze darouka? But why? 俺はこの光景を見たことがある気がする. But I feel like I've seen that scene before. Very useful phrase. ことがある. I've had the experience of doing something. All you do is add a short form verb like to see. So 見たことがある. So I've had the experience of seeing that scene before. And he uses another phrase at the end. 気がする. Also very useful. So I have a feeling, is what it means. I have a feeling I've seen that scene before. Yeah, Twice Pipes. I kind of was having the exact same thought when I saw that name again. Like, that's probably part of why they changed the name. If they named the character Homeless in the English version, people may have been confused. Oop. There goes the shadow. Somewhere else to give us another
先
vision.
ほどの
probably.
光景と黒い影。何か関係があるのかもしれない。
You think?
あの黒い影を追ってみよう。
Yeah, I cannot believe how dense Greg is here. He's saying that scene we saw before, and that Black Shadow. They may be related somehow. Let's follow the shadow. You think? Have you ever played a video game before? Yeah, I think they're related. Anyway, the way you say related, kanke ga aru. They are related. Kanke is like relation, connection. And he says maybe. Yeah, maybe they're related. Yeah, I think they're related. Give me a break. Let's follow the shadow. I think Greg needs to play more video games if he thinks that there's no relation there. Let's look at more visions, though. I feel like we should also, like... You see that leaf right there? That's a Tree of the World leaf. We should cut that off, take it, because you can bring someone to life with that. That leaf, too, cut it off. We can save someone's life with that, too. If, in fact, like, I think that... You see this root right here? We should cut it. Kiru. 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 Cut. We should cut it all up, and make a big salad for all of our characters. We can all then be, I don't know what it would do, but I'm sure we could live for at least like another 100 years. I would do that. The fact that in this game you can't do that, it's just simply unfair. Every time you see a World Tree root, you gotta cut it up, eat it. Yeah, I know it sounds like a villain backstory, but really, if you think about it, just eating a salad, there's nothing villainous about that. It's just obvious. It's common sense. Like, games that don't let you follow your common sense, don't appreciate that. So the shadow, I think, went that way, but where? Chopper! Konbanwa, good to see you, Chopper. How is the Going Merry doing recently? No spoilers, though. Itai nan nano? So she must have seen the shadow going that way. So she's saying, like, what in the world? Kuroi kage ga oshiro no oku e. So it's going deeper into the castle. So itsumo nara. So normally it will appear and then soon just disappear. But now, what in the world's going on? Something must have happened in the courtyard. So yeah, normally what it does is sugu ni kieru. Sugu ni kieru dake. So dake means only. Sugu means quickly. Kieru means to disappear. So normally it quickly disappears, but something must have happened. Let's follow it. Now it's not disappearing. It's angry, maybe, because it saw Hendrik. Or saw the hero. No hint of where it is. Let's go deeper in. So where do you think this shadow would go? Oh, wait a minute. There's a hint. It turned. Okay. Follow the shadow. Follow the shadow. It's going... Ooh, to that pink point. That's helpful. Kuroi kage ne. Black shadow. Nani? Mienai. Don't see the shadow. Matta. Kita no ka. So it came here again. Hima sakki uwasa no kuroi kage ga arawarete. So just now, the rumored black shadow appeared, and then we have a direction. Hidari. Hidari no tobira no oku ni aru shokuro kou ni haite ita. Ah, so it went inside the food store. Like the food cellar. So like the left door. Okay. Yeah, you're not the only one, Zito Crab. I've got a lot of friends who do the same thing, and I've done the same thing at times. Hidari, left. Migi, right. The way I at least remember the kanji is if you notice the kanji on the right has the kuchi kanji in it, which means mouth. So I imagine, I eat food with my right hand. So Migi, right, at least the kanji. That's how I can help remember them. Ano kuroi kage wa, so that black shadow. Shokki dara no mae ni tatteru dake de. So just standing in front of this shelf full of utensils. Shokiro wa o dame ni shitari hito o sotari mo shinai. So it's not hurting the food and it's not hurting or attacking people. Ittai nani ga shitai n daro? So what in the world is it trying to do? Good question. I don't know. Is the door on the left here? Probably? Yeah, was there like a secret passage in here? Wait a minute. This cat is also freaking out. This is a Griffin cat. Look at Griffin Kitty. Is that Griffin in the game? I think it might be. Let's get some Griffin hype in the chat. Griffin Kitty's our first party member and apparently is in this castle. Shokuryoko no tobere ni mukatte, so facing towards the food pantry. Unatteru, and growling. Totemo keikai shiteru yo da. Seems very on guard. Yay, Tebi, thank you. Got some Griffin hype in the chat. Yeah, this is the most Griffin Kitty I've ever seen on Japanese Quest, to be honest. Just like the coloring of the face, the body is pretty similar. That could be Griffin Kitty. Griffin Kitty is not happy about this shadow. It's a nice touch they added there. Chalk 2 with the Griffin Kitty emote. Griffin Kitty appreciates the hype. Ooh, the shadow's here. And I think this was like a passage. You can go in there, I believe. Sandwall has now joined us. That's very useful because sometimes you need a sandwall. And now we have a party member that is a sandwall. That will come in handy. It makes me think of walls in Magic cards. I'm thinking like a sandwall is like maybe like a 4/4. No, the way walls were, it was like a 0/4 creature, right? Because they have like 0 attack, 4 defense. I feel like we just had like a 0/4 creature, a sandwall, join our party. That would be helpful. 4 defense, you never know when you need that. It might have like a special ability too, being sand. Because it's magic sand, of course. Let's go. Kuroi kage ga kieta. The black shadow has disappeared. Kono shoki dana ga douka shita toyu ka. So is there something weird with this shelf? Yeah, I think it's a secret passage. Souka. Omoidashita zo. So I just remembered. Tashika kono shoki dana no ura ni wa. So behind this shelf, O no shishitsu e suzuku. So it goes to the king's private chamber, his private room. So O is king. If you look at this word, here's the word that you see for watashi, so it means like private. And here's the word for room, so private room of the king. There's a secret stairway. Kakushi means secret. Kaidan means stairway, put them together. Kakushi kaidan ga aru. So secret passage, let's go there. That's what we do. So yeah, other than me, the ones who know this secret is just me, the king, and Homero Sudake. So just Jasper. He's the one who told me about this passage. So yeah, are you putting it together, Greg? Jasper was in the vision. Did you not recognize him when he was a child? And like even when he was transformed into a monster, he still like looked like Jasper, just like with a big frilly collar and blue face. So, kodomo no koro wa. So when I was a child, futari de, the two of us, warusa bakari shite ite na. So yeah, we just got up to a lot of trouble. Warusa, like bad things, but means like kind of troublemaking as a kid. And yeah, we used this for our plans, and we were scolded by the king. We saw that in the other timeline too. That time was very fun. とても楽しかった。そして心から信じていたのだ。So and I, from the bottom of my heart, believed that we would be the ones to bring this country into the future. The two of us. But why is this black shadow here? It's trying to tell us something. I think probably it is. So there's something I must confirm about that shadow. Would you mind going to the private room of Jasper? So again, we're tracking down this Kage, this shadow, and we're gonna go to now Homerosu no Shishitsue. Let's go there. Okay, so his private room is here. Luckily it's labeled, and luckily there's a pink indicator that helps. So not here yet, but I'm guessing we will go there maybe. We must confirm something first in Jasper's room. Maybe he's got some like notes there or something. Ooh, Griffin Kitty. The shadow must have gone this way then, according to the kitty. Sakihodo sochira no tobira no oku. So inside this door, just a bit ago. Homerose-sama no heya no naka ni. So inside Jasper's room. Rei no kuroi kage ga haitte ikimashita. So that black shadow went inside. So as a soldier, I'm on guard. I can't leave. But yeah, like I know I'm supposed to like get him out of the room, but I can't bring myself to do it. Don't worry, we'll do it. Ano kage ga, so that's shadow. Heya o tarayo sugata wa. So it keeps kind of like floating in this room. Sugita hibi o natsu ga shindeiru yore. So it seems like it's kind of like getting used to it. Oidasu koto o tameratte shimau. So yeah, I feel like I'm hesitating on trying to chase him away. So yeah, it seems like he's getting more used to this shadow, so he's not wanting necessarily to chase it away. After all, this guy was their friend. Maybe the shadow's not so bad. With these books, any new recipes? Gotta check these books for recipes always. Probably checked them already, but in this timeline, who knows? Could be a new book. Yeah, it looks like we've got the notes. Noni. So we have an old notebook here. Totemo kichomen na ji de. So kichomen, let's look that word up. It basically means like very, the letters are very kind of very organized, very kind of by the book, maybe a bit stiff. Let's look it up, because this is kind of how that character is. Methodical, precise, meticulous, scrupulous, regular, punctual, and one word, common word. Let's add it to our power level, because I think we've not learned that yet. But today's stream seems to be more and more about Jasper and his ghost. So, let's add a word to describe him. Good word. Power level now going up.
What does the scouter say about his power level?
Power level is rising. So in this journal, Hibi no dekigoto ga tsurutareteru. So it seems like everyday things are written in this book. Waga tomo Greg ga. So of course he's writing about Greg. So my friend Greg. Soruteko de no shugyo ga kara modori. So he returned from his training in this other city, probably with that master we met before, Sylvia's dad. Hitotsuki ga tsugita. So a month has passed since he's come back. Shibaraku minau uchi ni. So I haven't seen him for a while. Aho no yoni sei ga nobite. So he got like stupidly taller. Otono no kishi no yoda. So now he seems like an adult knight. He grew a lot. Teowase o moshikonde mita ga seirai no chikara ni kuae migoto na kenjutsu o minitsuketa. So now he got some amazing sword techniques along with his original power that he already had that was inborn. Seirai means his original power. Watashi wa nasu sube mo naku taosarete shimatta. So I was defeated and I couldn't really do anything. So taosu is to defeat. This is the passive form of that. Taosareta. So I was defeated. So して奴は倒れ伏す私に向かって幼き日と同じように手を差し出して笑うのだ。So like when we were younger, when he'd defeat me, he'd put out his hand and smile. その笑顔がどの技よりも私を痛めつける。So that smile, it's all about this smile. That smile more than anything would hurt me. That's, I guess, how he kind of got this complex. He'd be knocked down, he'd see Craig smile, he'd feel... Well, you get the idea. 奴が不在の間, so while he was gone, 私も遊んでいたわけでもない. I didn't just play around when he was gone either. 兵法を学び. So I studied the way of the soldier. 己を律しして鍛錬に励んだ. And I trained myself. それなのになぜグレグは私の先に行く? Well, maybe you should have trained with that master sword dude, Sylvia's dad, in the town. You should come with us. Why didn't you come? That could be why. Ohayou gozaimasu. Good morning. Genki. How are you? I'm doing well. 私たちはこの王国を二人で守ると誓った。So the two of us, we vowed, 誓う to vow, we vowed we would protect this country. The two of us, 二人で。問いのざれ言を覚えているのはもはや私だけなのかもしれない。So I might be the only one remembering those things from long ago. だが、but それでも私は夢に見るのだ。But I still see it in my dreams. The two of us, next to the king, together, fighting. I still imagine that dream. Because of that, I've got to see what I can do. I must find a way to compete with him. Sweet, you passed N5 today? Do you mean you passed an actual test or like a practice test, or what did you pass? Either way, that's awesome. Congratulations. I agree with the crab down here. Congratulations. Huh, so this is the Journal of Jasper. So he had so much pride, yet he was actually thinking about this. So from a long time ago, it seems like he had darkness in his heart. And one reason that darkness was born was... So if my thoughts are right, that shadow will next appear in the Great Hall. Let's go there next. So yeah, I think he now knows the shadow is Jasper, and the shadow partly has issues with him and became a shadow maybe because of him even. Yeah, very, very cool to pass really anything when you're learning Japanese is a great thing to do. Yeah, I know there recently was a JLPT test. Did you take the official test? If you did, I think you wouldn't see the scores yet, so I'm guessing maybe you passed one, practice one online or something? Because I did hear there's a practice test. Practice test, very cool. I'll take a real test once I can pass N4. Very, very cool. Good plan. Congrats. Yeah. It's true, IDJ made a good link in the Japanese Quest Discord for where you can take a really good practice N5 test online and see your scores. If you want to take a practice test, check out that link. N4 is now added to. Awesome. Yeah, let's get a link to that in the Discord or here so people can check it out. If someone would be so kind. Let's see. So now the Great Hall, I think that's back here. Sweet. We got the link. Thanks for the link. Very cool. Okay, so we're going to this Great Hall to see what the shadow is doing. Before we do, I'm going to take a quick break here. So I will say B, R, B, and then we'll find out the truth of this shadow, what's really going on. And feel free to check this link out. Keep talking about JLPT and other useful things. Japanese Quest will be back after a short break. Yep. JLPT test all over the world is December 5th, I believe, this year. I believe it's always a Sunday. I think it's December 5th. By the way, Tadaima. Japanese Quest is back. Just seeing people talking about JLPT, which is awesome. For me, when I was learning, JLPT was one of the single most helpful things I had at that time. Because I had no roadmap otherwise. Sometimes you need a roadmap. At that time, there were vocab lists, there were grammar lists. Just do that, learn that, pass the test, boom. You can get somewhere. You can at least read. It helped hugely to have that roadmap. And true, to motivate you too, like ID says there. Pedlon, konnichiwa. Daijoubu desu yo. O genki desu ka? How are you doing? Good to see you. Alright, let's see where we are. Right, I think we're going to this great hall. There's the shadow. Yokatta. Good to hear you're doing well, Pedlon. Good to see you. Right now we're hanging out with this shadow, trying to figure out the mystery of the shadow. Kuroi kage no nazo ni tsuite shirabeyo. Ikuzo.
今にして思えば16年前、勇者の故郷であるユグノアの悲劇から全ては始まっていたのだろう。
Yeah, this is one problem. They've reduced the number of sites for JLPT this year because of COVID. So some people, if they want to take it, may have to travel further. It's unfortunate. In my opinion, we need even more cities that have it. So 16 years ago, yeah, everything started from where you're from, the kingdom of Yugunoa and the tragedy there 16 years ago.
俺はあの日、ホメロスと共に隊を率いて、魔物の吸収を受け陥落したユグノア城からデルカダール王を助け出した。
So at that time, we were both leading a unit, this word Tai, a military unit. And we took that quick attack from the monsters and the castle that had fallen. We saved our king. Derukadaruを助け出した。
我が王が魔王ウルノーガに成り代わられているとも知らずに。
And I didn't know that our king had actually been possessed by Morrigan, the Dark Lord. Here's the word for Dark Lord again. Mao Urunoga. Ivan, konnichiwa. Good to see you. How are you today? We're trying to save the world and chase a shadow. This guy's best friend is a shadow. So that's fun.
そして俺はその働きを認められ、この場所でデルカダール王より将軍の任を賜ったのだ。
And I acknowledged him as the king. And I was the general.
だが、デルカダール王の救出は一人では決して成し得なかったこと。
But I could not save the king. I couldn't have done it alone. I wanted to ask if the Human Japanese app is a good learning tool. That's a good question for everyone because I don't know. I've heard of it. I've heard it may be good. That's the extent of my knowledge. Everyone else, what do you think? Human Japanese app, is it good? Because my answer, I like this answer a lot when people ask me questions. My answer is often, I don't know. Because that's just the honest answer. Oftentimes, I just don't know. I've heard of it. I've heard it's pretty good. If I were to evaluate whether it's good, I would just Google it and check reviews, check opinions on Reddit, Google it plus Reddit. I'd take a look at it, but yeah, not sure.
俺はあの戦いでの手柄はホメロスにもあると王に進言したが、全く聞く耳を持たれず。
So, 俺はあの戦いでの手柄は So in that fight, the deeds that I did, I told them that Homeless did that too, but he didn't even listen to me. So it seems like Greg got all the credit, Jasper did not. Wasabi Man says, I thought it was decent. The first part is free. Yeah, most apps, the first part is free, right? So someone thinks it's decent. Human Japanese app. Yeah, the only app that I can vouch for, because I know it's amazing, is the Kanji Study app by Chase Colburn or something like that. It's just called Kanji Study. The ratings are very, very high, which makes it pretty clear it's good, but I've used it a lot. It's good.
王は不自然なほどにホメロスに冷たかった。
The only thing it's really lacking is an SRS system, some kind of spaced repetition system. Other than that, it's a great, great kanji app for drawing the kanji, learning the kanji. Huh, so the king was strangely cold to Jasper. So Owa, so this wa particle marking the king is the topic. So as for the king, fushigi no horo ni. So far there was fushigi, it was strange. He was cold to Jasper. Nuja Bears, konnichiwa. Good to see you.
王がホメロスを遠ざけたのは、あいつの心の闇を利用し、手足として使うためのウルノーガの策だったのかもしれない。
So yeah, he pushed Jasper away, and then used his heart, yeah, kind of for the darkness, and would use him to do things as part of his plan, it seems. Yeah, I just mentioned it. Kanji Study is amazing. Kanji Study app is amazing. By Hung Van? Yeah, I don't know what Hung Van. No, this one, the one called Kanji Study by Chase Colburn is amazing. Just Google Kanji Study app, it'll come up. I'm not sure of the one that you mentioned. Maybe it's good too.
俺がもっと早く王の異変に気づいていれば。
If only I had realized something was strange earlier. Yep, Kanji Study app by Chase Colburn, I believe is what it's called.
そしてもっと早く
It's just very high quality.
ホメロスの心の闇に気がついていたら。
I believe the first 80 kanji or so are free, then you have to pay. All the kana though, hiragana, katakana also free, so it's a great value. Paying for it, I think, is around $10. If you're into kanji, that's very useful too. If you think about comparing that to like a kanji book, that's going to be more expensive. It's a great app, in my personal opinion, and in my professional opinion. I recommend it to students as well. Yeah, I don't think it has it for iPhone. Yeah, I think that might be true. That's too bad if that's the case. So if only more quickly I had noticed the darkness in the heart of my friend Jasper. So kokoro, heart, kokoro no yami. The darkness in his heart, yami, darkness, kokoro, heart. Good words. If only I'd noticed it earlier. Homaresu no kokoro no yami ni ki ga tsuite itara. So ki ga tsuku, to notice. If I had noticed it earlier, then maybe something would have changed. Nani?
そうか。お前は
I see. Are you... He's going to the throne
黒い
room.
影を追ってみよう。あと少しで大切なことがわかる。そんな気がするんだ。
I agree. Let's chase the shadow a bit more, and I think we'll understand something important. Taisetsu, very good word, means important. 大切なことがわかる. So koto means thing, so something important we will understand. そんな気がする. I have that feeling. We got a dragon! Thank you very much for the sub. We got a dragon. Let's go. We'll need this dragon to figure out that shadow. Check it out. Greg is hyped too. Ikuzo. Let's go. I'm guessing he went to the throne room, so let's go up these steps here. Kuroi kage ga kono kaidan o nobotte ikimashita. So that shadow went up these steps. So kaidan, steps, kaidan o noboru, to go up the steps. Nobotte ikimashita. So he went up those steps there. This black shadow. Naze daka setsunai kimochi ni narimasu wa. So even looking at that shadow, for some reason, naze daka, so for some reason, setsunai kimochi, I feel kind of sad looking at that shadow. So this is a word I think it's possible we've not learned on Japanese Quest. Let's look it up, because this is kind of the feeling of this shadow. Setsunai. And one word, common word, painful, heartrending, trying. That's the feeling she gets when she looks at the shadow. We have learned it. Oh well, undo. That's why I turned green. Any other words we haven't learned? In that sentence, not so much. Probably we've learned most of those. Let's go back.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level?
Power level, steady at 32, 3,208. But remember, anyone can make her power level go up if you add new words there. あの影が何なのかはわかりません。でも、私には何か大切なことを伝えたがっているように思えるのです。So I don't know what that shadow is, but I feel like it wants to tell us something important. I agree. Greg agrees too. Wait a minute, let's save in case we have to like fight a Jasper monster. Wow, look at our time now. We're getting up there. $222 hours. Almost. This is not a speed run. This is a slow run. This is a fun run. This is a journey. Exactly. 222 hours of pure power. I like that attitude, Skeleton. It's similar. It's similar to Kanashi Sad, but it's definitely a bit of a different nuance. I feel like a bit more of like a tragic type nuance to it. But it's similar. Alright, so I think we're going here. Let's give it a shot. Ooh, the king. Oh, Akira. Yusha Roshu no na o tsugu mono yo. So it's you, the hero, the one who's taken the name of this legendary hero. Sonata no kaeri o matte yotta zo. So I've been waiting for you. Oh sweet, that's awesome. You just bought the Japanese copy of this game, Baten Keitos. I'm not sure if I get the name right, but sweet game. It looks good from what I've seen you talking about it. Yeah, check out Unboxers, look at their stream, follow them. Also learning and teaching Japanese through Japanese games. This game looks really interesting. Broke the region locks and now you can play it. That sounds worth checking out. Yeah, make sure to post it on our Discord so people can find you when you stream too. If you want to, that is. I'd be curious in checking the game out a bit. Okay, so did you find anything out about the sky? Why is this dude talking about the sky? Sora, sky. We're talking about shadows today, man. Get it together. We're not talking about the sky today. So he told him about what we heard from the god people, the Watchers. Ah, so we're talking about that. This is... I think we went to the wrong spot. Ooh, so the Sky People from ancient times. This is that ancient evil that was reborn, okay. So you must save the world, save the people. People don't know this name of this evil creature. The world will be destroyed by him. So you must defeat him, save the world. Yep, we know. Keyword, don't want to read all that right now, because it's not our key thing right now. We know we're saving the world. What we need is Heiwa, peace. Let's bring it back. We know that. That's what we do. Question is, where's the shadow? Did I miss something? What?
待ってくれ。
Wait.
しばし時をくれ。マルティナに話しておきたいことがある。
So give me a bit of time. I want to talk to Martina, my daughter.
デルカダール王国、強く美しい国じゃ。ウルノーガの手中にあっても揺らがなかった。マルティナよ、苦労をかけたな。
So this country is a strong, beautiful country, even when it was in the hands of Voldemort. No, Morrigan. That did not change. You fought hard, didn't you? Do I want to become famous? No, I do not. See you later. Wait, 2 famous people? Like, I'm kind of tired of, like, banning these people. Because it's a waste of my time. So this time I'm not going to ban them. And just see if they, like, appear again. That'll be an experiment.
わしはなぜ16年前のあの日、お前のそばにいてやらなんだのか。
So why, 16 years ago, was I not with you?
ウルノーガに心を食われ、失った16年の月日。 愛する娘の成長する姿を思い描くことさえできなんだ。
So my heart was eaten by Morrigan. I lost those 16 years. And I couldn't even imagine what she looked like after 16 years. So yeah, you're right, Tebi. We are the Yusha. We don't need to be famous. We already are famous. Yeah, I don't get these bots. Like, where do they come from and why? Like, do people click on that? I don't even... It's so obviously spam.
あの時の己の弱さをわしは悔やんでも悔やみきれぬ。
So that time, my own weakness, no matter how much I lament it, I just can't regret it enough.
本来ならお前は戦いなど知らず穏やかで幸せに満ちたこの王国の姫として生きるべきだったのだ。
So originally, without even fighting, you should have been just a happy, carefree princess in this kingdom.
お前はもう十分に戦った。今からでも遅くはない。デルカダールの姫として生きてもよいのだぞ。
And it's not too late. You fought enough. もう十分に戦った。You have fought enough. 十分 means enough. 戦った means you fought, so you fought enough. It's not too late. 遅くはない。How about living as the princess of this country? It is true, Unboxious. Not just
お父
kids.
様
I guess everyone's stupid to a degree, including me. Ooh, don't get me started on why stuff isn't in kanji. It's a long story, and it comes up all the time in this game. But yeah, long story short, a lot of it is about... Like, I read a whole book recently on writing and how to write well in Japanese. And to write clearly, people recommended that you have 70 to 80% kana, 70 to 80% kana, and 20 to 30% kanji. And you kind of want that balance to make it look easy to read, seem easy to read. If you have too many kanji, the line can look too black. It fills up too much of the white space on the page. You kind of want that balance. And that can be a reason. So it's just kind of stylistic reasons, ease of reading reasons, a lot of different reasons like that. If you have something that has tons of kanji, let's imagine you have a sentence with 70%, 80% kanji. If you flip that, it's going to look hard to read, even for a Japanese person. It's just too much kanji. It looks kind of like academic, something out of I don't know, a car manual or something. Anyway. So, Luminaire says, recently found your channel. Gotta thank you. Your Let's Plays are fun. Glad you like it. And yeah, this is true. Everyone's stupid some of the time. I feel like that's a cool thing about being human, is that we can kind of all agree. Like, no one's perfect, so in a way, we're all just animals out here doing our best. We can kind of give ourselves some slack. We're gonna make mistakes, all of us. That's part of learning a language, part of doing anything. Let's see. Yeah, I wonder if anyone also thought it keeps Japanese and less like Chinese. Yeah, possibly. And yeah, actually this writer I mentioned from Taiwan, so native full kanji language, just won the highest literature award in Japanese with her book that I'm reading right now. And she had a quote that I liked, saying that she fell in love with Japanese because she saw it as this kind of beautiful ocean of hiragana, kind of, and embedded in that were these secret kind of kanji jewels. And she was so inspired by this kind of writing system, this kind of these jewels of kanji in this ocean of hiragana, that she just had to learn it, had to write it, and wrote it so well, she won the highest literature award in Japan. Quite inspiring. Because she only started learning Japanese at age 15. Quite inspiring. And so I think thinking about that ratio of letters, kanji to kana, when you write, is important. To make it easy to read, you want it probably around 70% kana. Yeah, I thought so too, Ninja Bears. Glad you liked that. And unfortunately, I want to play Dragon Quest for myself, so won't be staying. Fair enough, we're at the end of the game. I think you are more inspiring, says Chalk. If you mean me, then I'll take the compliment. Arigato. I think you are inspiring as well, Chalk, with your various projects you're working on. I've been enjoying their work recently. Sorry to interrupt, Martina. Ichidomo nai no desu. So I did not regret things even once. Nothing in that 16 years. So kuidu is to regret. So even though I missed this entire freaking thing because I was talking to Chalk, just getting Ichidomo nai, I knew what she's talking about. Like, not even once. What's she talking about? Kui, regret. Not even once. So this word I learned from Fist of the North Star. And I showed the video once on Japanese Quest because I love that scene. And I might actually have to show it again because it's one of my favorite lines in all of anime. If you will indulge me. I love this line so much I must show it. I can't not show it. I must show it. It'll take a little time though. So here's the line from Fist of the North Star. I must just show a short one. It must be there. Let me see if I can find the line.
I am Loki of Asgard.
Showing an ad. We don't need an ad. Who's this? Okay, here we go. This looks right. Let's go to the scene. So we have Lao. If you don't want spoilers from Fist of the North Star, you can leave now. Here we go. So goodbye, Kenshiro, my brother. So I'm going back where Toki is, our other brother, back to heaven. Here we go, here's the line. First he says, Kuruna! Don't come here. This is like the most badass way to go out in any anime that I've ever seen. Okay, so here's the line. Here's the line that I'm watching this for. Here we go. Get ready. Famous line. He turns into a statue. He dies standing. This is the phrase. Starting here. So, waga shogai ni. So, in my life, ippen no kui nashi. So, kui, regret, you can see there. Nashi means you don't have that. So, kui nashi. I don't even have even a scrap of regret in my life. One more time. So yeah, Chalk, if you're there, can we get this one in the immersion kit? Any chance we can get like one-off amazing lines like that in the immersion kit? That'd be good. If I could find a way to do that. Anyway, let's get back to the game.
What does the scouter say about his power level?
Power level is rising, much like Raoul in Fist of the North Star with that line there. So let's see here. Yep, Spanish subs. Yep, talking about Yuria, the love interest in the show. 3 languages. Yeah, famous line though. I recommend checking out Fist of the North Star. I think it's on Crunchyroll. It's quite old, so some of it might get a bit long, but there are some great moments. And so she's kind of like Raoul in that scene. She is saying, Kuita koto naro ichiro mo nai. I don't even have one regret from those 16 years, so similar type of phrase.
この16年、マルティナは守るべきものを探す旅を続けてきました。
For those 16 years, I have been on a journey. Our keyword here, journey. By the way, I just read an article today about a new game coming out that looks pretty cool. That is about going on a journey. Can you go in the store without quitting the game? Let's find out. Because I kind of want to show you this game just to give you a context for this article. That's fine. This game's about going on a journey as opposed to going on a vacation. It's about going on a journey. So let's look at the new games. Mosugu Hatsubai. I think it's coming out soon. I don't think it's out yet. Let's look at all the games coming out here. That game looks good. New yeah, maybe it came out now. This game that I'm looking for. That could be why there is the article. Lots of games coming out on Twitch. Which games are you wanting to play? Pokemon Legends. It must have came out. Let's look at the new. So when did this game come out? I just had seen it before. Here it is. So I probably won't get it because it's super expensive, and the review I read was actually mixed, but the game still looks awesome. If it comes down in price, I'll probably get it. So this game is about going on a journey through Japan. The cool thing is it uses true, like real photography. I believe it's called Furaiki 4. It's a visual novel, but a unique one because, as you can see, it uses photography. And it talks about this. Ryoko to tabi no chigai wa nan desu ka? So it's the difference between a journey, tabi, and a vacation. Ryoko. And the way it was described in the review was vacation is when you go on a trip and you have something planned out. You'll do this, you'll do that, you'll do this tourist thing, you'll go to this monument, you have a plan. Tabi is more you go out on the road, you don't have a plan, and you go where you want to go. You're free. That's Tabi. That's also, in my mind, what we're doing with Japanese Quest. We are on a journey. We don't know where we're going. A given day, we don't know what we're going to do. I didn't know we were going to even go here. I definitely didn't know we were going to look at Rao's famous line today. We're on a journey. We don't know where we're going, but we'll find something. And when you go on a journey like that, you naturally will find things you didn't expect. And you will level up in ways you didn't expect. And you'll meet people you didn't expect. That's what we do here, and that's what you do apparently in this game. So that's why I'm interested in this game. But I kind of wish the game had Furigana. It doesn't. It has some tricky reading with no Furigana. And yeah, I think no doubt there's a place for both. There's a place for both. When I'm in Japan myself, I kind of like a mixture. Sometimes where you're free to do what you want. For example, sometimes I'll do like certain games. I'll just go to a random station and see what I find. See what shrines, what parks, what people I might find. Other times, you might want to go to a certain thing you know you want to go to, like the Ghibli Museum. That's fine, too. So I think a mixture can be good. So anyway, in this game, you can travel around Japan, and specifically in Gifu Prefecture. The review thought that the places were kind of boring at times because it's all in Gifu Prefecture this time. Other games have been in different places. But the cool thing is you go around on your motorcycle, you see the real Japan. At least in the sense you see real pictures. You see real monuments, shrines, which this is really cool because this really gives you a real sense of being like at a hike in Japan, which I love doing, these kinds of monuments and signs. The tricky thing though, like even for someone like me or even native speakers, some of these kanji of place names could be tricky to read without Furigana. But some very cool looking sites. Looks like a cool game. I'm guessing the game probably does not have Furigana options. If it did, that would be very helpful to learners, obviously. Anyway, cool looking game. You have people that you meet too on the guides. I think there's somewhat of a dating sim built into it, but the review said for people wanting a dating sim, it's confusing how to do it or not easy to do it. So it's probably not good for people who want that kind of game. But for people who want a game traveling around Japan in a visual novel context, it's the best type of game there is. So the review kind of said, people who like this kind of game, you may love it. Other people may find it boring or not their style. Anyway, let's go back to the game. Just want to talk about Tabi journey because she was on a journey. She didn't have a plan. She didn't know where she's going, but she knew she's looking for what to protect. Mamoru, to protect. So, mamoru beki mono o sagasu tabi. She went on a journey finding what she wanted to protect, and she didn't regret it.
辛いこともたくさんありました。我が身の悲運を憐れんだこともありました。
So there were lots of difficult experiences, and there were times when I cursed my bad luck.
けれど、その日々の果てにかけがえのない大切なものを見つけたのです。
But after all those days, I found something that cannot be replaced. Kakegai no nai. Cannot be replaced. Irreplaceable. Yeah, I've heard this game is pretty good for exploring Akihabara. That could definitely be a good game for that. Good tip by Chalk.
お父様に、老様、愛する祖国、優しき民たちと信じられる仲間たち。そのすべてが生きるこのロトゼタシア。
So I found my father, I found Rosama, I found my beloved country, I found the friendly people who live there, and I found my nakama, who I can trust. That's true. Like everyone in the world. All the living world I found on my journey. That's some of what we try to do in our journey as well. We've seen people literally from pretty much all over the world. Although maybe not Antarctica. We gotta work on that. If ever anyone is here from Antarctica, please tell me. Because I think every other continent we've covered so far.
私は守るべきものを見つけたのです。誰のためでもありません。私は私の大切なものを守るため戦うのです。
So I found my purpose, what to protect. 誰のためでもありません。So it's not for anyone in particular. It's for 私は私の大切なものを守るため戦うのです。So I fight to protect what I think is important. Not for someone else. I fight for me. In other words, she's not going to be your little princess anymore. She's on her own journey, fighting for what she believes in. And she's going to fight. The king's like, oh, you don't have to fight. Just stay here. Be a princess. That's not what she wants. She's a warrior now. Sweet Sleepy. I like that idea. I'm on board with that. Do they have Wi-Fi in Antarctica? They must. You always need a snow level in these games.
マルティナよ、強くなったな。
Martina. 強くなったな. You've become strong, haven't you? What do you think of this pin he's got for his cape? Not bad, huh? I like it.
これはお前が女王になる日に渡そうと思っていたのだが、今がその時のようじゃ。受け取ってくれ。
So I thought I'd give you this when you become queen, but I think now's the time. I'm gonna give it to you today. This giant pin. No, probably something else.
それは黄金のティアラ。
Ooh.
今は亡きそなたの母のものじゃ。
Ah.
お前の黒髪にきっとよく似合うじゃろう。
So this is the golden tiara. It is from your late mother, your mother who passed away. I think you'll look very good with your black hair. So kuro, black, kami, hair, put them together, kuro kami. So omae no kuro kami ni, so on your black hair, kitto. So for sure, yoku niau jaro. It should look good on you.
お母様のティアラ、大切にいたします。ありがとう、お父様。
My mother's tiara. I will treasure it. Thank you, Father.
ではマルティナよ、行っておいで。すべてが終わり、世界に平和が訪れたなら共に暮らそう。このデルカダール王国で。
So Martina, go, and when you finish your journey, when you bring back the peace to this world, please come back and live here in this kingdom.
はい。
はい。
行ってまいります、お父様。
はい。I will go and I will come back, Father. Sweet. New tiara. Didn't expect that. Guess we forgot to talk to her father. So let's see if that's a good tiara for her. Oh no, she's got her outfit. We'll mess up her outfit. Let's try it anyway, though. So it seems like the defense is just as good. We got a new party member. Welcome. But the crit goes down. The charm goes down. So not so good. Let's see what it does, though. Ooh, it's got nice effects. Sleep guard if it's fully upgraded. Wow. 80% sleep guard, 80% confusion guard. Wow. 80% curse guard, It's 50 right now. Death Guard 8%. That's very good. What's her current helmet? So yeah, it's less defense. It is more crit, but those status effects are so good, we gotta change her helmet right now, I think. That's incredibly good. Because right now she's victim to many status effects. Because she's got nothing to stop them at all. Let's put on the crown. Back to her original outfit. And let's remember, let's reforge this thing because that's some amazing reduction of those stats. Okay, we lost the shadow though now. Where is this shadow? I think we heard the shadow went up these stairs. Do you know where the shadow is? Went up to the 3rd floor. Okay. So we're at the 2nd floor now. Nikai. Let's go to Sunkai. So here we are, 3rd floor, and good, we see something. Nani? Okay. So the wandering black shadow's been up here too, to the balcony. You can see balcony here in katakana. So we talked before about the balance between kana and kanji. Should be like 70% to 30%. I'm kind of curious. In this sentence, looks like a pretty standard sentence. Let's actually count. So we have hiragana. How many hiragana? If someone on chat can count too, that will help. We have katakana. Katakana, and kanji. Let's count how many of each we have here in the sentence and analyze it just for fun. So we see first line, ichi, ni, san. We have 3 kanji in that first line. Second line, ichi, ni, san, shi, go, 5. So we've got 8, 9, 10 kanji total in that whole kind of long sentence. Okay, so for katakana, we have just uwasa they put in katakana. That would not have to be katakana, but to maybe make it stand out, they used katakana, so we have 3 of that. And we have balcony, also katakana. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go, I'll count that too. So we have 8 katakana. Probably kind of high for katakana, for an average sentence. But now let's count hiragana. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, kyu, ju, juichi, juni, jusan, jushi, jugo, juroku, junana, juhachi, jukyu, niju, 20. So we have 20 hiragana, 28 katakana, 10 kanji. So kana total, we have 28 and 10. 28 and 10. So what is that percentage-wise for kanji? Someone do the math. I know you've got it. I'm just Googling a quick calculator. Yeah, 73% kana. Thank you, Tebi. So yeah, that's about right. To make something easy to read, you want around 70% kana. So yeah, it about follows those principles, and I think in this game in general, you'll see that's roughly followed. If you turn up the kanji, it gets harder to read. If you turn down the kanji, it gets harder to read too. If you imagine it's all kana, it gets harder to read. So you want around 70%, 75%, 80% to make it easy to read, according to that book that I read. So yeah, you can see I was Googling, I was failing in my percentage lookup. I didn't have a good angle on what to look up, and I was getting led astray, so thanks for looking that up. So we have more party members here. Okay, but it's kind of interesting to analyze. And notice how, in this sentence, the katakana and hiragana was almost even. This one especially seemed to be kind of to make that word pop out more. This one, of course, is a foreign word, balcony. And again, if you look at the ratio, looks about the same again, roughly 70%. This time, no katakana though. So yeah, it seems like this blackness has some kind of strange, mysterious sadness to it. It's kind of influencing his songs as well. Ooh. We've got a treasure. Let's get it. Eh. There's the shadow. Height. Out to the balcony. Nani?
懐かしいな。ここは幼い頃、ホメロスと手合わせをしていた場所だ。
So this is nostalgic, isn't it? This is the place where I used to train with Homerosu.
ホメロスなのか？
Is that you, Jasper? Good question. In the chat there. Oh no. Don't tell me we have to fight this guy.
魔物によって非業の死を遂げた者は未練を残しこの世を迷うと言われておる。やはりこの黒い影はホメロスの。
So people have a bad death from a monster. They still have regrets. Miden, well, of course, Miden's kind of like a regret or some lingering feeling, and so they don't go to the other world. They still wander around this world. Konoyo means this world. Konoyo o mayo to iwarete oru. So it is said that they still wander the world. That's what's happening here. This is Jasper still wandering the world, not fully making it to the other side yet. Again, the key theme, naze. Why? Why? On Boxers, I can see you really don't have patience for this Jasper character. I kind of enjoy this guy just for like his fashion sense, but yeah, he's got to get over this naze. He keeps saying that. You can see that's his keyword. Nazeda. Why? Ooh, I like the sparkly eye. Do you like that sparkly eye?
まがまがしい怨念に満ちています。このままでは危険ですわ。
He is overflowing with a kind of evil aura of just like, yeah, this grudge. このままでは, so at this rate, 危険ですわ. Dangerous. 危険, dangerous. Seems dangerous. Not good.
気は乗らねえか。やるしかねえ。行くぞ。
It seems like we have no choice but to do it. We gotta fight. What?
すまない。この戦いは俺に任せてくれない
Oh
か。
no, please, don't make me fight alone. Can you leave this fight to me? If we have to fight with just Greg, that's bad.
グレイグよ、分かっておるじゃろうが、あの闇はもはやホメロスではない。膨れ上がった奴の心の闇そのものじゃ。
So that is no longer Jasper. That is the darkness in his heart.
だからこそ俺がやらねばならぬのです。あの闇を生んだ一因は俺にある。
So important phrase here. Dakara koso. So he said that is just the darkness inside Jasper, and now Greg says that is exactly why. So dakara koso. So koso kind of means like even more. That's why I must do it. Because one of the reasons that he is in that darkness, ichiin means one reason. Ichiin wa ore ni yaru. So I am one of the reasons. One of those reasons is inside me. It gave birth to that yami, that darkness. Ano yami o unda ichiin wa ore. Ore ni yaru. But please, can we just fight him with like 8 people?
頼む。
Please, leave it to me. Come on, we have 8 people. Can we just fight with him with 8 people at once? Come on.
もう
I guess he disagrees.
ここで終わりにしよう。
Let's end this here. That part I do like. So, kokode here. Owari ni shio. Let's end things now. Here.
行くぞホメロス。
Let's go. Oh no, we do have to fight? Give me a break. Come on, by ourselves? Alright, I do kind of like in RPGs when you have these one-on-one fights. They do look kind of cool, but
お前の苦しみは俺がここで終わらせる。
if we die though, this is gonna suck. So I think we did have it on give orders. I mean, I think we did have it on auto attack, but I think now it's giving us a chance to fight. So let's use our strongest attacks that we know of. Let's use this one. I'm not going to be defensive. I don't think he'll be that strong, hopefully. Yeah, he's weak.
見切れるか。神速の剣。
Oh no, he's just going to be like, oh, you're just too strong again. Oh no. You're always just walking ahead of me. You're too strong. It's not fair. Naze, naze. This isn't gonna help the situation. You're just beating him up again. Ooh, that one hurt.
Homeros, 聞こえているか?
Can you hear me?
俺たちはどこで道を違えた? 共に戦った日々さえ幻なのか?
All those days we fought together, were they just an illusion?
もう言葉は届かぬか?
Will my words
お前の苦
reach
しみ
you?
の一因が俺にあるならば
I know that
それを終わらせるのも俺の役目だ。
Yakume, my role is to help end this.
これで最後だ。
This is the end. This is kind of cool. The way he had those voice lines during it.
なぜお前は俺の先を歩く？
Why do you always walk ahead of me?
お前が称賛を浴び光り輝くほどに俺は影になっていった。
You always get the praise, almost as if you're glowing and I'm in shadow.
なあ、グレイグよ。俺はただ
Greg, I am just
お前のようになりたかっただけなんだ。
I just wanted to be like you. Then why the collar?
ホメロス。だが俺は王に拾われて以来お前の背中を追い続けてきた。
But I was always chasing you ever since I was picked up by the king.
故郷を奪われ家族を失い一人きりだった俺にとって
I lost my hometown, lost my family. I was always alone. To me,
お前こそが光だったんだ。
you were Hikari. You were my light.
バカなやつだ。お前を裏切った者のために。
You're a fool, aren't you? Baka no yatsu da. So for the one who betrayed you, you're doing all this?
ああ、お前の言う通り俺は大バカ者だ。いつだって気づくのが遅すぎる。
I like that he embraces it. We could all stand to do this more. It's just like you say, 俺は大バカ者だ. I'm a fool, a big fool, just like you said. I'm always slow to catch on to things, to notice things.
もっと早くお前と話をしていればお前を救うことができたのかもしれない。
If I talked to you faster, I might have been able to save you. Omae o suku, to save you. And then koto ga dekita. I may have been able to do it. So I may have been able to save you if I had talked to you earlier. Omae o suku koto ga dekita. Kamoshirenai.
ずっと分かっているつもりだったんだ。俺とお前は持って生まれた際が違う。互いに違うからこそ共にあるべきだと。
So I always tried to understand we have different talents from birth. And because we're different, we should be together. Tagai ni together. Tagai ni chigau kara koso. Again, koso. So even more because we're different, we should have been together. In other words, he was the brains, he was the brawn. Together, it could have been a perfect country that they could rule together. But no. Always the smart one in these JRPGs tends to go to the way of evil. I guess is the subtext. Knowledge corrupts.
だが
Maybe so.
いつしか俺はお前にねじ伏せられる悪しき者たちの中に 自分自身の影を見るようになっていた。
But eventually, I was corrupted by this evil presence. And I started seeing my own shadow, the shadow inside me.
そして気がつけば、俺はもう後戻りができないほどにウルノーガの闇に見入られていたのだ。
Before I knew it, I couldn't turn back. I was completely taken in by the darkness of Morrigan.
同情も深い悲しみもいらない。ただ一つだけ、グレイグ、お前に問いたい。
So things like sympathy, things like deep sadness, iranai. I don't need them. I don't need them anymore. Tada hitotsudake. Just one thing I want to ask you. I kind of like that as a final line for this character in this game. Tada hitotsudake, making it very clear, very simple. Omae ni toitai. I want to ask you one thing. And you know what? This final moment, we might have a final vocab. I feel like this word to ask a question is the kind of question we've seen a lot, but may not have learned, may not have added to our power level. This question, this verb, to ask a question, to ask, to inquire, common word, and one word. My hunch is we haven't learned it. Let's see. I'm right. 3209, power level up. Thank you, Jasper, for powering us up with your final question. Omae ni toitai. I'd like to ask you this one last question. This word sympathy too, dojo. It's possible we haven't learned that. Let's check it. In this last moment, he can level us up. Sympathy, another N1 word, common word. Sweet, powered up with all of this final moment of Jasper. Maybe he'd be happy to know that he's powering us up in this last moment. What about even like tada? It's a word that probably we've learned, but you see it so much, it might kind of fly under the radar. Although, yeah, I think we've learned it, and I think we learned it with this kanji too. Let's just double check for sure. Yeah, so we do have that. Good. Power level now, 3210. Look at the bottom right. Power level going up now.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level?
Scouter says, one final question.
お前はまだ。
お前はまだ. So you still.
俺を友と呼んでくれるのか。
悲しいね. I'm sorry, Obnoxious. I know you'll think I'm weird or soft, but I actually just got choked up by this storyline. I don't know how, but somehow with this language, the power of language, Jasper kind of choked me up with this line. I don't know why. There's something about the word tomo that hits some note in my body, my mind. So, 俺を友と呼んでくれるのか? So would you still call me Tomo? Let's look up that word. See different shades of meaning for that word that for some reason moved me more than I expected. I'm like making jokes at this guy. I didn't think I could move it all, but it shows the weird power of language. It can sneak up on you. So Tomo. I think sometimes like I get moved more easily actually by Japanese simply because I don't know. I feel like in a way like I'm younger. My Japanese soul is younger. It's more tender. It's more naive in a way. More easily moved. Let's see. That's fair, Unboxed. I'm not asking you to be moved. I'm just saying I can't believe this character that we've been making fun of, myself included, somehow actually moved me with a line. It shows the power of language. Let's see. So Tomo, my friend, my companion, my comrade, my pal. I wouldn't say pal. So would you still call me Tomo? Let's see. Have we learned that word yet on Japanese Quest? If not, now's the time to add it. We have. So would you still call me Tomo? Friend. Companion.
What does the scouter say about his power level?
Let's see what Greg says.
もちろんだ。我が友よ。
Nice. Mochironda. Of course. My friend. Waga Tomoyo. Man, I read this too. I didn't think I could move, but then again, when I read Tomo, I got a little bit of moved again. Not as much as the last line, but a little bit. And kind of just like such an earnest expression. Plus, you see all the Nakama behind. That's a good scene. If ever I do make a thumbnail for this video on YouTube, this should maybe be the thumbnail. It's a nice scene. Honestly, like in this kind of weird quest today, chasing a shadow, I didn't expect to get moved at all. But yeah, I think there's some truth to that, like my Japanese soul. They say when you get a new language, you get a new soul. I think in a way that's true. Maybe my Japanese soul is more pure, more young, more earnest in a certain way than my English soul. I recommend it. Put some words together, get a new soul. You can see new shades of the world. Recommend it. I've been waiting for those words. Maybe for a long time.
我が友よ。幼き日の誓いを今ここで果たそう。
My friend, that vow we made together long ago, now, today, here, I'm gonna complete that vow.
相当のわしは片翼では飛べぬ。俺の魂はお前の横に並び立つ。
So, Soto no washi wa katayoku de wa tobenu. This may be a phrase or something. I'm not familiar with it. If anyone knows it, you can explain. But yeah, it's basically saying like an eagle cannot fly with one wing. And so in the same way, my soul will come along with you. So yeah, I think it's saying like a pair of eagles cannot fly with one wing. I will come with you. Oh, Tebi, no, you missed it? You missed the whole scene where I almost cried. You missed the big scene. It was quite moving, actually. I'm not even kidding. I was kind of surprised, because I was making fun of this guy the whole time, but he actually said something that was kind of moving, I thought, and I was amazed at the power of language in that moment. Yeah, if anyone's seen that, if there's more explanation to it, I'd be interested. So now, Tomo ni tatakao. Let's fight together. So notice this kanji is different than the tomo we saw before. The other tomo meaning friend, this tomo meaning together. So together, let's fight. Yeah, I hadn't had a part of stream like that for a while that I had been moved. It's been a while. It's happened a few times in this game, but I never thought this character would really hit me in a spot like that. It's kind of surprising. Let's fight together. Tomoni tatakao. Yeah, like I don't think I've ever like fully cried from a game on stream. Although the stream after Griffin Kitty passed away, I did kind of choke up and probably shed a tear or two. But from the game, actual tears, don't think it's happened yet in Japanese Quest, but I'll let you know. Yeah, messed up his sword right before the end. That's funny.
あの鎧、グレイグとホメロスの力が一つになったようだわ。
What? Did Jasper just become our armor? What in the world? But we had hero armor already.
勇者よ、
Hero.
俺はお前が望む限り勇者を守る盾であり続ける。我が友と共に。
Nice. So I will be your shield, the shield of the hero. And yeah, we know, because you're living with us. Party members chose not to marry our childhood love, but no, we are now living with Greg. For anyone that doesn't know, he's living with us. Waga tomo to tomoni. Interesting, so you see both kanji for tomo. So tomo, with my friend, together, I will be protecting you as your shield. Exactly. He does have an axe too, by the way, but we just don't use it.
随分と時間がかかってしまったが。
It took a long time.
今度こそお前と本当の友になれた気がするよ。
I now feel like finally I was able to become your true friend. Yay, happy ending for even Jasper. Let's take his sword though. Might be good. Homerosu ga nokoshita kenda. It's the sword left by Homerus. Tsuka ni kakerareta chikai no pendento ga. So this pendant that is on the hilt. Hilt is tsuka. So we see the tsuka here of that sword. Hikari o ukete kagayaiteru. So it is sparkling in the light, taking the light. Yeah, I agree with Aragorn vibes. And by the way, thank you for the references from Lord of the Rings. I often make Lord of the Rings references here because they're on a journey too, just like we are in this game. So wait, did we get a new armor? I don't think we even did, but it looked like a new armor. Wait, what? Like his hero armor has changed now? What's going on here? Like, where's the rest of our party members? Like, is it upgraded now? Yeah, it totally looks different. So, it seems like Unboxious, in a twist of fate, your greatest enemy, Jasper, may have been your greatest ally because you really did not like the way that the armor showed his midriff before. But now, because of Jasper, his stomach is completely covered. So ironically, your greatest enemy may have been your greatest ally. Who would have known? Yeah, I know, I'm joking. It's a funny concept though. And I think there is some truth to it, which amuses me. All these stupid barrels that we can't open. Okay, I think we're done here now. Right? Is there anything else here? Don't think so. Do you think there's anything else here, like talking to the king? Or Jasper's room? Anything else we're supposed to do here? Might as well check out the king. Sometimes kings have things to say, or rewards to give. Nope, he's still talking about Martina, his daughter, so she's become an adult. And he's happy. Ureshi. So we leave it all to you. Save the world. Protect my daughter. That's the plan. What is this green thing over here? Ah, right, there's like a secret passage, maybe? I think we don't need to go down there. Might as well save here since we did all the Jasper storyline there. Let's just quick check out his room. If anyone knows if there's anything we're missing, by all means, can let me know. But probably we're done with that story thread now. I wish we could like check under Jasper's bed. Find what's under there. Okay, I think we're good. So let's go teleport somewhere. Back to the maze of power. Haven't been there for a while. So this armor, I'm a little confused by, because I thought we could reforge it before, but now we can't? Or was I wrong? We couldn't reforge it before either. So this thing can be reforged. It was reforged. This one can't be reforged. Kind of strange. I thought it could before. This one can be. This one I think can't be. We talked before about how that crown we got for Martina could be really good if you reforge it. Let's try reforging it. Yeah, I agree. Jasper, what is he thinking with that armor giving us that we can't reforge it? I'm guessing he may have made it stronger, I'm not sure. So let's see here. I think this guy back here can heal us. That's good. And now, let's get a whole bunch of pearls. Let's just get like 56. We like pearls. Because they allow you to reforge. For some reason you need pearls to reforge. Why? I don't know. Uchinosh to reforge. And we want to reforge the helmet of Martina. That crown, let's do it. Because if we reforge it, all that sleep guard, confusion guard, all that, 80%, which is very, very good. That's what we need on some of these bosses coming up. Let's turn up the heat. And now, let's do some random hits. Hope we get lucky. Well, I'm gonna risk it. Shiza. I should not have risked it. I should not have risked it. Okay, let's just hope it goes down again. Sometimes it does go down again. We need a hope. That was very foolish. Oh well, we'll just waste the pearls, but whatever. Was that German? Maybe, I don't know. Ooh, nice. Got that one. I think we're in trouble. Let's try our special technique. At least get those two. Good. Maybe we'll get super lucky, but I doubt it. Bloom says been studying Japanese for 4 months now. Any game or general immersion recommendation for someone like around N5? Yeah, my general recommendations is finding what you really are motivated to read or be exposed to, and do that. Expose yourself, immerse every day. That's my general recommendations. But for games, easiest to get into, people have consistently said Yokai Watch, Pokemon games potentially if you're into that, Animal Crossing, same reason, also as Furigana. This game's pretty good if you're into Dragon Quest, but really the key is finding something you're into, maybe something you've played in your native language, or it could be manga too, often have Furigana as well, that helps. Basically, it's really about having really good taste. If you love it enough to read it every day, that's what you need. That's the key. And yeah, great readers like Tadoku, very good advice here. Google it, check that out, great advice. And yeah, other comments can be good too. Crystal Hunter is also a good graded reader. By all means, these are good suggestions for N5. I mentioned other games because when I was in N5, I just jumped in and tried, but yeah, that might not be for everyone. Okay, so let's see here. Let's try to lower the temperature. Or even, I don't know, increase the temperature. Let's try this one. That didn't work. So we failed. Oh well. So, rule of thumb, if it says that something's getting double power, don't risk a multi-hit because it may go over. Let's remember that. Yeah, this website, very, very, very good link. Please find this link. Learn natively, browse, look at that, find something at your level. By all means, do that one. I linked that on the Discord and Twitter in the past. So yeah, Unboxious, that's the key comment you want to look at. Great stuff that other unit learners have used at N5, N4. As you level up, you can see what people read, what the most popular is. Okay, that was a total failure. Let's do it again. It's okay to fail. Just keep trying. That's what being human's about. In language, in games, in life. Just keep going. Yeah, really check out that link. It's got good graded readers. It's got good recommendations for manga, light novels, stuff like that at various levels. But yeah, if you want something truly at your level, like people said, graded readers is the way to do it. If you want to try more native material, some of the games I mentioned could be good. This time we got it. This should be easy if we get the Hephaestus Flame. This time, let's be a bit more careful. Alright, no more. We can't risk going over. Now, let's do some triple hits and whatnot. Or maybe... Good, we got that. That's what we need. That's what I was hoping for. So now... glad you like the concept. Still wish Dragon Quest XI had an English version. Doesn't it have an English version? I think it does have an English version. I played the game in English on a PlayStation 4, so pretty sure it's an English version. What I wish is that this Japanese version had English as well. That's the problem. You have to get one or the other. English version or... yeah, 10. You're right. 10 is the one with no English version. And I agree with you. I wish that one did. There we go. Now we did it. Perfected our Tierra. Now we've got nearly max sleep and confusion resist. That'll be very nice. 大成功。よっしゃ。Sweet. Talking about the maze. We've got mazes here. Let's bring peace back to the world. Heiwa means peace. That's the key word for this end of this game. We're bringing peace back to the world. Let's save our game here, and soon we will beat the game. But not today. Today we'll end the stream here. Tomorrow, we will start up at the same time again, 9 a.m. Central Time. So Japanese Quest will continue again tomorrow. We will end the stream in a minute or two here. Let's find someone else to raid, though. And let's say, ja! Matane. See you next time. Japanese Quest will continue. Good stream today. It's been fun. We learned some new words. We even had some moving scenes. Plasti never maybe with Jasper. It's been a good journey today. We even saw some scenes from Fist of the North Star. Didn't expect that. Let's see who we're hosting today. Ooh, Game Grammar's going. We like to host Game Grammar. Let's host Game Grammar because they too are a Japanese teacher.
Let's play hide and seek.
And today they're reviewing Renshu.org. Nice. Game Grammar resource review. That sounds very useful. So let's for sure raid them. Raiding Game Grammar. They are checking out a good resource. Let's start the raid now. Shop. Matane, Japanese Quest will continue.